So we got an interesting update on the Red Sox this morning regarding the rotation. So they're going to open up with obviously Crochet game one Thursday against the Reds, and then they're going to follow with Sonny Gray. The third game is to be determined. The reason for that is, if you guys saw my video yesterday, essentially they pushed back Suarez. It was supposed to be to the fifth spot. Now it's the fourth spot. They're going to use Brian Bayo fifth. So both of them will pitch against Houston. And then the third one's either going to be Johan Oviedo, Peyton Toley, Connolly Early. I wouldn't be shocked if one of those guys of the three starts the season off in the bullpen as well. I think it's the right call. I would have been okay with the Red Sox just saying, hey, look, we want the service time of Early and Totally, but if they use one of them out of the pen, it just makes them a much better team. And like Oviedo, it's not like he's pitched amazing so far. I'm not using spring training as too much of an example because it doesn't really matter. But at the same time here, I mean, Early has pitched phenomenal, and Oviedo's been like, kind of not amazing. So I think Early should absolutely get that third spot. I mean, the third game of a series is going to be critical. You got Crochet, which you'd hope you win game one, and then Gray. And then the third game, I mean, you go for the sweep, you go for the series. I mean, so it just makes too much sense. And Early, just he's way too talented to be down in the minor leagues because, like, what really is he going to be able to develop down there? He's already shown that he can pitch a win or go home game against the Yankees. And there was some poor defense, but he held his own. I mean, a rookie in Yankee Stadium in that environment was impressive. And I'm excited to see Sonny Gray too. I mean, he is still one of the better pitchers in baseball, and he absolutely upgrades this rotation and makes them a lot better. And then Bayo he started off the spring a little bit streaky. I mean, he really looked like the Bayo of the playoffs, the wild card, and then now he's really gotten it going. I think he had 7 Ks his last game, which was yesterday. So yeah, last night. So I'm loving what I'm seeing out of the Red Sox rotation. I mean, they're using depth to their advantage, and they understand that we're just going to take essentially the five best guys that we have and then start them. And we're also going to see tons of Peyton Toley this season. I'm sure we'll see Cutter Crawford, and I'm hoping Tanner Houck can come back. I mean, the Red Sox just have so many different weapons that they can throw at you. It'll be interesting if they end up making the playoffs again because they're going to be able to unleash all of them on teams. And with how much the defense has improved, I mean, Meyer at second, and then of course, like the infield just looks so much better defensively. I mean, it definitely was a weakness last season, if I'm being completely honest. Like Contreras can hold his own at first base, and then third base is going to be the biggest difference by bringing in Durbin, of course, from the Milwaukee Brewers. The first game is in less than a week. Man, time went by fast. It feels like just yesterday the Red Sox had lost to the Yankees, and then they're going into free agency, and it took them months to even sign someone, and then all of a sudden they started to make some moves. I mean, of course they did make some trades early on, like they traded for Gray and Oviedo, but then we started to, and they also got Durbin, but then they also did end up they traded for Contreras as well. Now I think about it, basically everything was a trade. I didn't really mind them passing on Bo Bichette and Pete Alonso. I mean, Alonso brings you the power that you want, but he also is not a good defender. He's one of the worst defenders at first base. When you get a guy like Contreras, he's cheaper, gives you good defense, and he still hits 20 to 25 home runs. I thought he looked amazing in the spring and in the World Baseball Classic. The Red Sox are definitely better than they were last season. I don't know if they're a championship level team, like a World Series team. I mean, they're going to have to prove that. Obviously, prove that, hey, look, we absolutely are. But they do have a top 10 farm system. They still have money, of course, because, again, they didn't really hand out any big-time contracts, which also is better for the future because you're going to have to get guys paid. I mean, how often, like, we just saw Bo Bichette literally go to the Mets, and I think Bo's kind of overrated. I mean, again, he's just an amazing bat and a horrible defender. He's very similar to Pete Alonso. Doesn't have that power, but, I mean, Bo is going to get on base, probably hit leadoff, things like that. But in terms of what the Red Sox already have, I mean, they've got guys that can hit the ball hard. Meyer and Roman and Story led the team in home runs, and it's just a matter of development and getting guys on the field every single day is the best way to develop players, or one every 5 times around, obviously, for the rotation. Willie Abreu, I just saw him hit a home run on the screen. He's a guy that, as well, was very good in the World Baseball Classic. I mean, he hit a home run against the U.S., also had that incredible 3-run home run against Japan. Like if Willier doesn't do those, they probably lose. Like Bryce hits that home run. I mean, maybe they would have tied it instead of winning it in the ninth inning if you guys saw the championship. But Willier was awesome, man. We know what he brings with that Gold Glove in right field. So yeah, I mean the Red Sox. It's not like they made a ton of changes and they're a completely different team, but I do think they're built more to be able to win a lot of close games. And with Chapman and Whitlock, and Whitlock did pitch. They kind of pitched a lot. I'm not overly shocked that he gave up that game-winning run. It also was against Suarez, one of the better hitters in all of baseball. I mean, the Red Sox probably should have brought him in if I'm being completely honest. I know I talked about poor defense, but I would have loved to see just. I mean, honestly, that kind of contradicts everything I said because, like, if they DH him, then what do they do with Duran is kind of the thing here. I wouldn't want him in the infield. So, I mean, again, I get why the Red Sox did what they did, but I mean, time will tell, man. We'll know, I think, within the first couple of weeks how the season is going to go. I'm not saying if the Red Sox struggle, it's over because they can obviously come back. But at the Red Sox, let's see if they can be able to close out these games. I don't expect the Red Sox to score too many runs. I mean, they have the 20th ranked offense right now currently heading into the season. I mean, they could obviously be way better than people think, but I don't think the offense is going to absolutely score like 7 runs a game or anything crazy like that. I do think it's going to be a lot of 3-2 games, 4-3. And we've seen Red Sox teams go into the playoffs and pitch incredibly. 2018, I mean, was the biggest example of that. Like what David Price did, Joe Kelly, guys that really hadn't given the team much in the regular season. I mean, absolutely got it going. Nathan Eovaldi won a Cy Young a couple seasons ago, but for the Red Sox, I mean, didn't really know what to expect out of him. And not to say he was bad, but to basically on short rest to come in and to throw what was it, 6 innings or 7 innings, whatever. I think it was 6 innings out of the pen. I mean, was incredible. So I think the Red Sox team now is. I think the pitching is as good as we've seen it probably in a while. I mean, I can't remember the last time the Red Sox had this amount of pitching. I mean, they've got Peyton Tolley, their number one prospect, Connolly Early, all the guys coming back from injuries, and not to mention as well that they drafted a pitcher in last year's draft, in Witherspoon that they really like. So the pitching is just. It's on a different level, and the Red Sox haven't exactly developed pitching the best, so that's something to keep an eye on. Wouldn't be shocked if they trade some of this pitching to go get potentially someone at the deadline. Maybe you could tell Marte becomes available again. I do think the Red Sox will make a big-time move. They haven't really made – I mean, no, sorry, Ranger Suarez was an absolute big-time move because that was the signing that we had been waiting for. That was massive. But I do think that something else will probably come before the trade deadline, which is in July. So obviously there's a long ways away. I mean, it's not even the end of March yet, March 20th, right? So yeah, but outside of that, pretty much everything I got, man. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the video. It's not anything crazy. I mean, it's just an update on what to expect from the first really 2 series of the start of the season, the Reds and the Astros. It should be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see the Red Sox again. I really am. And something that I did as well is I'm not going to say I didn't pay attention to spring training, but I didn't obsess about it just because it's a long season, man, 162 games. And when you're, I have a second phone for the Red Sox. So it's like I'm really active, of course, at trying to get out these reports and things like that and make videos. And you don't want to burn out from it, man. I mean, because again, I mean, it's season starts essentially at the end of March, and it goes into November. Like there's a lot of baseball to be played. There's going to be a lot of highs and lows.